Hi guys, Vino here and welcome to this Blu-ray, DVD and CD update. How are you guys doing? Hopefully you're doing really well, and in this video I'm going to be showing off the WrestleMania Anthology box set, the Royal Rumble Anthology box set, and I'll also have a CD, not really a box set, but a CD set to show you as well, just so I can actually keep within the moniker of calling this a DVD, Blu-ray and CD update. The first thing I'm going to update you guys on, you've seen me show it off already, is the Halloween Kills Blu-ray. I got this from my local CX, cost me £4. I think it was. Obviously you've seen my review of Halloween Kills. Well, I wanted to include this just so I can be like, this is a Blu-ray, DVD and CD review, but now, not review, update. We're now going to get into kind of the meat and potatoes of this video. I'll show off the CD now because it is kind of connected to these. So when I was doing my research on both these box sets, which I have done research many times in the past, but I wanted to familiarise myself with some aspects of them, I was Googling Anthology, WWE Anthology, and this kept popping up. Now, I used to own this CD many years ago and burnt copy. Believe it or not, those were the days, weren't they? Those were the days when you could have those types of CDs. But I've never owned this, the actual copy. This kept popping up on eBay. I bought it for £5. So including posting, packaging and everything, it's just over £5. So can't complain. It's 3 CDs. Oh, and one of the CDs is deciding to kamikaze its way out. It's 3 CDs of entrance music and theme music, basically. This came out in 2002. So this came out in 2002. It has the Federation years, the Attitude Era, and then now, of course, now being up until 2002. So it's got things like Shawn Michaels' intro, it's got Hulk Hogan's intro, it's got Jake the Snake Roberts' intro, Razor Ramon's intro. If we move into the Attitude Era, it's got Stone Cold Steve Austin's intro, it's got Mike Tyson's intro. It's got Mark Henry's intro, the classic Break the Walls Chris Jericho intro, Dark Side Undertaker, and we come to now, this thing got the Dead Man Undertaker theme, it's got Brock Lesnar's theme or entrance music. So there you go, it's got an updated version of Chris Jericho's. I've listened to this CD back to back, all 3 CDs, many times, and it is a good thing, and it is very nostalgic in a lot of ways. It's kind of a look back into the history of WWE. Right, there's actually a smudge on the top of here. We'll get into that the smudge in a moment and what happened with this set. So the first thing I'm going to talk about is this. This is the WWE WrestleMania Anthology. This covers years 1985 up until 2005. So the WWE, at the time the WWF, the World Wrestling Federation, decided to launch in 1985, and they launched with the very first WrestleMania. And then basically the rest is history at that point when they decided to launch. So in 2005, 6 and 7 respectively, what the WWE/WWF actually did around that time is start releasing these anthology sets. They released this one, they released this Royal Rumble one, which we get into in a moment, they released a SummerSlam one, and they released a Survivor Series one. I do believe. You can also get many other box sets, if you want to call them that. There's pay-per-view box sets, so you can get all the pay-per-views for, say, 2005, or the pay-per-views for 2008, I don't know. You can also get the best of box sets that came out throughout the years, the best of Raw, the best of SmackDown, that sort of stuff. Those are quite meaty sets. They're about 8 DVDs, 6 to 8 DVDs each, to get quite a bit on there. Most, apart from the pay-per-view DVDs that come out and the Blu-rays that come out over the years, there's very few sets that actually have the complete matches on them. These all have the complete matches from start to finish on each disc. I'm blabbering on about these a little bit, but we're going to get into this while I carry on talking. So you take off the top off, you take off the top off, you take off the top, and then you've got 4 volumes here. Before we get into the actual volumes, let's have a look at these. These are, my brain's not working, film cells of each scene. So we've got here Triple H versus The Undertaker, and there's a bit of trivia on the back for you. So there we go. We have Hulk Hogan versus Rowdy Roddy Piper and Mr. Wonderful Paul Orndorff. We've got The Rock versus Stone Cold Steve Austin. Classic match, that one. I think I remember that match. On March 28th, 1999 at WrestleMania 15. Bloody hell. There we go. And then we have Shawn Michaels jumping from a ladder at WrestleMania 94. Wow. That's a good picture there of Shawn Michaels diving off of a ladder in 1994. You then get met with 4 volumes. I'm not going to go through each and every volume because they're pretty much the same, but if I take out the first volume for you, you're met with the front of it that looks like this, the back of it that looks like this, and then these ones are gatefold. There we go. And then you have each disc like so, and you also get a little booklet, a little trivia booklet as well. I should mention that these individual volumes are available to purchase separately. However, do your research. The reason why I say that is it seems as the volumes went on, they got rarer and rarer. While you can pick up the first volume for probably £20–30, as you start going through them all, you're going to end up paying a lot more money for each of these. If you buy the individual volumes, they don't come with the film cells. These were extras added for the actual set, and I think the booklets might be included as well, and you of course don't get the outside packaging as well, just to let you know. The reason why I say that, I don't mind saying I paid £160 for this set. The reason why I've wanted this set so badly for many years now is because it's one of the rarest DVD sets out there, believe it or not. Being a wrestling set, you wouldn't expect that, but yeah, it's one of the rarest sets, DVD sets out there. Also, I've tried to buy this 3 or 4 times and each time being gypped by the seller. The biggest one happened where I messaged the seller. They were selling it for like 70–80 quid, I think it was. I arranged to meet them one weekend. It was going to be a train trip or something like that, and I literally got a message the day before, the Friday before, saying it's no longer available. And I said, why is that? They basically sold it to someone for double the amount of money. Someone came along and offered double the money, basically, which is annoying that they went with that. But then I proceeded to watch this set increase in value over the years, and then I saw that it was fairly local to myself in the Chichester CX store. So I sold a few things and popped down to CX store and picked it up. I'm just going to make sure this is on the right way round. Not that I think it matters too much. But there we go. That's the WrestleMania anthology. It's a snapshot into wrestling history, obviously, and yeah, that goes for quite a pretty penny. The smudges on the outside. So when I was buying it in the store, because of the value of the box set, the person who was selling me the box set, the cashier, or I think he might have been a minute manager, I said, are you happy with it? You know, took all the discs out, made sure I was happy with it, and I took it away. When I brought it back home, on one of the sides where WrestleMania was a big old smear that came from about here all the way up over, and it looked like blood. I'm not even gonna beat around the bush. It straight up looked like blood. And before, just when I started recording the beginning of this video, I noticed there was a little smear up the top here as well that I've just gotten rid of. I contacted CX to see if there could be some kind of compensation, recompense, whatever it may be. Because of the value of the set, I was like, you know, you should be checking things for like blood smears, especially with COVID being a thing fairly recently in recent memory. After a good back and forth with them, they eventually gave me a £10 voucher as a goodwill gesture for the fact this has happened. It is what it is. I would have liked, you know, a more substantial refund, to be honest, but I've managed to wipe off the smears myself. But yeah, really happy I have that in the collection. Now we move on to the Royal Rumble anthology set. It's very similar to the WrestleMania anthology set. However, this covers 1988, the year I was personally born, to 2007, because the Royal Rumble didn't actually start until 1988. Now, I was just going to buy this set from Chichester, to be honest, but when I saw they had this set as well, I couldn't really hold back. This cost me £120, so between the two of them, no, was it 120? That was 160. Yeah, 120. So together they cost me £280, which is quite a bit of money, but I think when you get nice rare sets like this, it's sometimes worth it to push the boat out sometimes in situations like this. Much smaller than the WrestleMania set, a bit more compact, as you can see, probably because there's less discs. But yeah, let's get into this set now. Again, each of these individual volumes is available separately. You once again get the film cells. So that's the 1992 Royal Rumble with Ric Flair, Shawn Michaels, and I'm not sure who that is on the floor. I can't easily find it on the back, but there you go. We've then got a picture of Shawn Michaels. He does go on to win the Royal Rumble in this particular year, which is 1995, spoilers. But there you go. We've then got Kane versus Stone Cold in the 2001 Royal Rumble. And then we've got Kane. Is that Chris Benoit? That's Booker T. Booker T. I think that's Matt Hardy. I think he's chokeslamming Chris Benoit. But there you go. There's the picture there. I think he's chokeslamming Chris Benoit there. I think that's Matt Hardy over there. And I think that's Booker T on the ground just there. But this is... okay. 1999 to 2006, Kane enters 8 consecutive Royal Rumbles. Only beaten by Shawn Michaels, I do believe, that particular record, unless it's been beaten again by somebody else. Again, you get these little anthology sets. I really like the white look of these, and the gold writing really does look rather nice. This is volume 4, so this is the latest set. But the way these open is you open the flap here, you get some information down here, you get a quote on the front. This is, we have a major malfunction of at the junction here. We've got 2 winners of the Royal Rumble, or do we? Jim Ross at the end of the 2005 Royal Rumble. You then open up this other flap and you get even more information, and then you have each disc, and as you turn over each disc, the information for this particular Royal Rumble, the matches, the entrant list for the Royal Rumble and the eventual winner are all listed on the side there. So in a weird way, you get the same information you get from the booklets you get in each of the anthology sets in the WrestleMania anthology. You just get it all contained within the set. To be honest, I prefer that, because the amount of times that people trade in these sets and don't bring the booklets in with them, and they just get lost to time, so to speak. So it's good that... make sure this is on the right way. Looks like it is. Yeah, you get all the information. You get some trivia, and a lot of those panels that I showed you. So you get all the matches involved. But yeah, really nice set. And there's a snapshot again of WWE/WWF history. I will be getting the SummerSlam set at some point. I was going to be getting it next month, to be honest, but I'm probably going to wait a couple of months because I'm going to be buying something else rather substantial next month, to be honest, with my birthday money, most likely. And I'll be buying the Survivor Series set at some point. I don't know if the Survivor Series set is a set like this or whether you just have to buy all the individual anthologies, but I have seen a Survivor Series anthology single one like it contained within these sets. I'll probably be picking that up and doing a bit of research, a bit of a look around to see if I can find the other anthology sets and start building up a nice little wrestling anthology set. And I've even got the CD. There are more CDs, by the way, called anthology. It seems the WWE like to use the word anthology quite a bit in their marketing and things like that. So there's plenty more CDs. I think that's a specific Trish Stratus anthology CD specifically for Trish Stratus. So if you're a big fan of Trish Stratus, fill your boots on that one. It's not that expensive on eBay and places like that. If you do wish to, to pick it up, I am at the end of the month going to Southampton again to pick up a load of wrestling DVDs. One of the reasons I'm actually going to pick them all up, two reasons why. A, they actually have the second anthology of the Royal Rumble sitting there. I'm probably going to sell that to CX and use with the voucher I've already got to get something from CX, quite possibly. Also, the seller just so happens to have 2006, 2007, 2008 WrestleManias and or Royal Rumbles. She's also got some of those as well. So in a weird way, I'm continuing my either Royal Rumble or WrestleMania collection. Plus, she's got some, Bret Hart box sets in there. She's got a Shawn Michaels box set in there. There's a Best of Raw, a Best of SmackDown box set in there, which caused me to do a bit of research on those. Yeah, so that can be quite an interesting set a lot to go and get. She's also got a DVD set on the Attitude Era, so that could be an interesting watch. So yeah, I'll be getting that at the end of the month to pick all those up, and there will be an update for that, guys. I'm trying to think what's coming video-wise. My first impressions of Silent Hill 2 Remake is very much on its way. I think for now that might be it. No, it's not it. I thought that might be it for the DVD and Blu-ray updates. No, I've got 2 more DVD sets that are either on their way in the post or I'm going to be picking up from someone's house off of Facebook Marketplace. So stay tuned for those, guys. Until next time, please take care and enjoy the rest of your day. Ta-ra.